Hey fire signs, welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. This is an advanced tarot class for spiritual adults. There's many layers to the meanings of my readings. I'll touch on a few. Repeat statements mean strong statements, and it may or may not resonate. Please hear me and also feel me when I'm giving you the wisdom that I'm seeing. Okay? And remember that viewer discretion is advised. All right, fantastic. So let's find out about your love. I want to talk about soulmates. I want to talk about twin flames. I want to talk about who has a soul tie to you. Okay, that's what I want to talk about tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is when you're watching this. All right, let's see. Here's the root of the issue between you. New beginnings. New beginnings, sudden changes. That's the root of what's overlapping, what has you tied together energetically. New beginnings, surprise, sudden change. Okay, moving on. Here's the influences of the world around you. Okay, someone is feeling guilt. Someone is guilty. Someone is up on spiritual charges in the cosmic court. Okay, so this is going to affect your life. This new beginning means this to someone. Here's the influences of the spirit world, okay? The spirit world is trying to achieve a place where we are serving the Creator and also healing each other, exchanging helpful information with each other, healing exchange. Okay, that's the invisible world. That's the spirit world. Is maybe trying to bring you together with your lover. Okay, to speak, to utter a word. The power of the word is born again. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's good. Okay, all right, someone is guilty. They're up on charges. There's regrets. There's a call to action from within this person. Okay, somebody is feeling an internal guilty call to action. Like they ought to do something. It's out of regret. It's out of kicking rocks. And here is the other person. The influences. Okay, this is the physical influence. Like for somebody else, they may be bringing justice, and that may be a new beginning for them. They are having a healing new beginning. That is possible. They are moving on to have a healing relationship. I don't know, moving on. Yeah, well, new beginning. But I don't know if that's in your relationship or in another relationship. I'm going to guess it's different things to different people. Okay? But so far, okay, visible world, invisible world, somebody. Okay, great. So let's get to this somebody. This somebody, boom, goes down here. This layout is the Marasa layout, which is the lovers in my deck. Okay, but it travels a little different. It represents the divine masculine and divine feminine. And in proper relationship, and by proper I mean right relationship, And they also represent the beginning of creation, what it's all traced back to. Okay. So, boom, pow. Somebody's handing out justice, just as I suspected. Just as I suspected. Someone is handing out justice because they're not having it. Okay? They're not having it. I'm sorry if there's a glare. Hopefully you can see well. Yeah, so they're not having it. Okay? They're having none of it. They see things clearly. They have clear perception. Okay? And maybe on some level they are, here is where you are in front of the court, so there's still the deliberation to be had if they find you, guilty or not guilty. So it's like report card day. Like, even if you have a good report card, sometimes people freak out on report card day no matter what. Even if you do your work very well, you might still be scared. So a person who didn't do their work is terrified. So that's the both of you's possibly different relationship to this justice right here. Moment before judgment right here. Okay? And then new beginning. That's what you have in common. That's the root. Somehow there's a new beginning. There needs to be one. There was one. All of that is here. Okay? Between you. Somebody could be, because this is the Queen of Swords, so this is like words, like cutting with words, or you spoke or she spoke, or it could just be that it's energetic and it's that somebody had to get their head cut off because they did something fucked up. They committed a crime of some sort. Okay, and caused the new beginning to take place. Or there's a possibility of a new beginning and through a healing exchange. Okay, that's another layer. All right, let's move on. The other element of this visible world, physical world, the world around you, and how it's affecting this situation between you. Somebody had to, they weren't having it and they had to protect, what was important truly in life. They had to protect it. And that's another thing that the other person would be feeling guilty about because they committed a crime and required this lady to have to protect herself from them who she should be safe with or they should be safe with, and like this is the love thing, this is the soul thing, this is the twin flame thing. So why would you treat your twin flame that way is what's happening in this configuration. You committed a crime. Somebody had to protect themselves from you. You were preying upon someone, or they were preying upon you, one or the other, right? So that's the world around you physically, okay? And how it's coming out somehow, it's exercising itself around that. So now in terms of the invisible world and the spirits, how they're affecting your relationship, or how it's affecting your relationship, is the pure energy that it's showing up as. It's showing its presence, and it is showing somehow that God's blessing is tangible on some level. It's tangible. Also on a 3D level, there may be some energy there that you need to talk to someone who, because they're favored by God, something along those lines. Something along those lines. Okay, let's go in. Let's go in. All right, give me more on this root, this new beginning. Okay, give me more on that. What do we mean by that? Somebody has healing energy. And that's how they're showing up in this relationship. And this new beginning has something to do with healing energy somebody has. Sudden changes. You might have to exchange some. No. All right. New beginning. Oh, after somebody burnt a bridge. After somebody burnt a bridge. Trying to be the emperor. Trying to control everything. Trying to stand up, but obviously not very successfully because the bridge is burned. Okay? And I guess it's a surprise, surprise. Somebody burned a bridge. Surprise. And that's what's in common between the both of you. So somehow both of you burned some kind of bridge with each other. Or the bridge, somebody set fire to the bridge on one side in order to bring destruction to the other person, you know, so they would have a big fire on their land and go up in flames or some shit, you know. And the other person started a controlled demolition of the bridge, that same bridge, on their side of the scenario. And they broke the bridge down before the fire can reach the land, you know, but just the person's desire to even do that, to try to harm like that, your counterpart, is disturbing, to say the least. It's disturbing. Okay, and so yeah, somebody is starting to know that that's disturbing. Like that they fucked up, or that they have something to be guilty for. They are indeed guilty of a crime. Okay? So whoever that is. All right, that is the common denominator. Somebody stood up successfully. On some level, everyone was successful. And on some level, everyone was unsuccessful. Either way, new beginning. Either way you slice it. Okay? So let's go into, what are they guilty about? Guilty about what? What's happening there in terms of also the physical world around us, you know. What does that mean for this relationship? The influences of the physical world around us. It's stormy weather that it's creating. It's lightning. It's sudden change again. Sudden change again. Okay? So somebody had to be hasty, or somebody was hasty, and started new. Started new. Change came when this tearing apart happened. Change came when this storm, the storm caused sudden change. And someone is feeling guilty about it, and someone else is feeling like that person is guilty. You know, yes, correct kind of thing. Yes, Your Honor. It is so ordered. Okay. And it caused change. Also, somebody could be dealing with jail, court, of course. That could be a possibility. Somebody might have, suddenly had some sort of life, got life, or got some change of life. Something changed about their life. But that's also new beginnings. There's many layers, as you well know. Then there's the healing. This is the invisible world. Okay, let's leave that for now. Let's leave that for now and instead expound upon this in relationship to that. Okay, let's expound upon it. Okay, let's talk about this mumble, this Queen of Swords like energy moving slightly differently in my deck. Okay, clear perception, not having it. What's your deal? Judgment, justice. It's on. Somebody did something and changed everything, and somebody is not having it, and the ancestors are like, right, what she said. Okay? What she said. All right? And someone knows the measure of an action. They know if something is a crime. They know if something is a moral violation. Okay? These are layers. These are layers. They may not resonate, or they may. I don't know. It's on you. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do, or it doesn't matter, yeah, what anyone does in this situation. It doesn't matter. It's all going to come to nothing because it's out of this person's hands now. They cut the head off and now the head is off. It's out of my hands. Okay? What happens from here is out of my hands. That's what's happening here. That's essentially what life is saying. That's what life is saying. Okay? And that's how the physical world is influencing, is how it's all culminating. And then also a person is doing this. Okay? Or you're both doing it. So somebody got their head cut off, somebody did the cutting. You both now know somebody had to assert the measurement for moral law, and someone else has to witness it. They have to be a party to it. Like, oh, this is what actions weigh. Yes, you get to embody what actions weigh. Okay? And that's, everyone has to do that. You know what I mean? That's not unique. But if you try not to, now you're making it unique. You're crafting a whole new hell for yourself. Okay? You're crafting it. So that's the two sides of the equation. Okay? All right, boom, 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 right? Okay, cool. So so this person, by protecting, so y'all sent each other an impactful message by being guarded. This is one layer. And staying put wherever you were. And that sent a grand message that had a huge impact on the both of you. Okay, so here it shows that one person has good cause to protect themselves and they remain seated properly and they got favorable outcome, and this sent a grand message to the other person. Okay, now for the other person, they could have been protective, trying to get something to happen, right? Whatever that was. Okay. They stayed seated where they were, trying to get good outcome and favorable outcome, as if it was just, right? And this sent an impactful message to the other that it was time to sail away, or that they had traveled away, something along those lines. Um, Sent the message. That's the bottom line, no matter how that's showing up. Okay, so that's the physical world. Boom. That's how it's looking in the physical world. In the spiritual world, coming back on down here, now we're talking about that healing, exchange, leading to an abundant future and an intense emotional connection. Something tells me a person chose an alternative to this. This person was probably rooted in the 3D, since that's the physical world's influence on your relationship. And this is the more ethereal side of the relationship, or the more person who's bringing the principles of the ethereal into light, or into the subject matter, onto the table. Okay, so this feels like, I get the sensation that this has something to do with choices that were made. Okay, that I'm going to leave that layer right there. Okay, yeah. Um, Somebody is energetically around you. Okay, so someone's energetically around you. They could either want you to take action, you could want to take action. Something fiery is coming because of this person. They arouse you. You feel the need to take action. Your intuition is telling you to take action. You're focused on this person, this high priestess, and you feel like you must hurry up and do something. Or someone feels or is saying that you need to hurry up and do something, or intuitively, like around in there. Okay. Okay. You made war, or someone made war with someone that God favors, and has required you to look more deeply at the fact that you have to do the right thing. Doing the right thing is critical. Okay? You have to do the divine work. And you don't try to make war with people who are favored by God. That's whoever that is. Okay? Whoever this person is. An intuitive person. A person that is favored, as I said, but there's some kind of femininity here. And also something about having a baby and having an emotional connection with someone, possibly else, because of that card right there. And why somebody wasn't having it, and the worth and meaning of your actions, and the burning of the bridge and the emperor is just making me feel like it's possible that is an added layer. Pregnant woman, pregnant woman. Mm, 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 mm. and had an emotional connection and had empathy for this woman. Okay, and didn't have any empathy for this woman, or possibly this woman, or this woman. That could be several women, or it could be all the same woman, or the same feminine energy. Didn't want to commit, was protective against committing. And so it all culminated into, you were working on a thing, and being defensive and protective of yourself. And this is also the leading me to the root here. There's some sort of war making against somebody who, is gets along with the universe. You know what I mean? Somebody who doesn't commit crimes that where they got to be up in front of the cosmic court like that, guilty of burning the bridge, because of the need to control. And by having the need to control, the new beginning begins. Some new shit busts out. You created a whole new dynamic. A whole new dynamic. All right, listen, fire signs. That has been your reading. I hope these messages helped you. I really do. All right, for personal readings, go down to the description and follow the directions there for more deep ass readings. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, hit that notification bell on your way out. Thank you so much. Don't forget to pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom. Do yourself a favor. The link is in the description. Thanks for stopping by, fire signs, and taking a look behind the black veil.